Something you should know about me, that I can never forget, is that my sister is dead. My sister, Brigid, died 8 years ago, on the second story of my parents' darkened house, above their corpses on the lower floor. I'd found her body last. She was alone in her bedroom, her face crushed in, blood staining the floorboards. She died along with hundreds of thousands of other Kaistrine in the most brutal attack of a proxy war between two other countries, a war that had nothing to do with us, but that killed her anyway. Or so I'd thought. 8 years later, as I knelt in a stolen spaceship billions of miles from the ruin of our home, I got a message. "Dear Sean," it said, "I hope this message reaches you. I hope what I've heard is true, and you're still alive. Please forgive me for not trying to find you sooner. I thought you were dead. Why are you going by a different last name these days? If you are alive and this does reach you, then the group of Kaistrine refugees who received this message will know where to send an answer. Please reply as soon as you can. I need your help. All my love, Brigid." Time hung still, like standing in an empty house, no sound and no movement. I don't know about other people, but I often had dreams about empty rooms in darkened houses, places I'd never been but that felt familiar anyway. Places where I was a child still and a grown man all at once. Reading the message on the screen felt like being in that darkened house, more real and more urgent than anything I'd ever lived. My sister was dead. The message was from my sister, and it was dated from 6 days ago. I scrambled for the reply option, my fingers hitting the screen so fast I felt the impact in my bones. 6 days? 8 years I'd thought my sister dead. Here and now I might miss her by 6 days. Language detected, Kaistrine. Would you like to switch your language to Kaistrine? I had to read the words 3 or 4 times before I realized that it was a text square, helpfully popped up by the Viper's computers to obscure both Brigid's message and the response that I was actively typing. See, this was why nobody liked computers. No sense of social grace. But the computer was right about one thing, at least. The message I'd received from my sister had been written in Kaistrine. I'm good with languages. It is, arguably, my only talent. So Brigid could have sent me a message in, like, colloquial old Wentries or something, and I could have translated it with a little time and a little mental strain. But the fact that she sent it to me in Kaistrine made my heart go as taut as a cramped muscle. The computers of the Viper, my temporary and very much illegal spaceship residence, were set for Sister Standard. Sister Standard was the lingua franca of the sister systems and all the independent planets, and it was pretty much the only language I spoke regularly nowadays. But it wasn't my first language. My first language, the language of my home, was Kaistrine, and Brigid's message had come to me in Kaistrine.